Hey, how you doing? It's Nolan here. I'm the author of the best-selling Gypsy Jazz Songbook series and creator of Fast Track and Transfusion. These courses and books have literally taught thousands of guys around the world how to have fun and play Gypsy Jazz. In this series of videos, I'm answering your questions and getting to the nitty-gritty of some loads of topics in Gypsy Jazz. And I've got a question from Fabian from Uruguay. And he's asking a good question, which is how you can use licks from song to song. So can I use this lick in this song and in that song? And, obviously the answer is yes. And what it is a matter of is recognizing the place to use them. So let me just give you a quick example. Say you've got a lick in A7, okay? This is a lick you've learned for A7. And say it's a lick you've learned in the context of Dark Eyes. So you've got the A7 chord there. And the lick would be this. Right? That one lick. Which is a cool lick anyway. And then, so you've learnt it in context of Dark Eyes and it works great. Every time you hit that A7, you diving into that lick and it's really cool. So then it's, the obvious thing then is to recognize where you can use that in another song. So let's go through the process. So at first you might think, okay, well it's a lick in A7. Where's there another A7? So, okay, you're playing Sweet Georgia Brown, like second chord, there you've got the A7. So you're going to think, oh great, that's where I can go. And guess what? It's going to sound just as good as it did in Dark Eyes in Sweet Georgia Brown. So you're on the right track. So every A7, obviously in every song, there's not an A7 in every song, you can use that lick. So then the next step is obviously to be able to transpose that lick into another key. So it's in A7 there, and let's say it's going to just learn it in every key for a start. So that's A7. So let's say you want to do it in D7. So there's your D7, and there's the lick. So, and obviously on the guitar it's dead easy. It's not like playing sax. It's like we just go slide it up. So there's your lick in D7. So then obviously any D7 that you come across, you can use the lick too. So it's really simple. The concept is really easy. You can literally copy and paste that lick over any dominant 7th chord you find in any piece, period. Okay, so that's a lot of value for that one lick, so it's not just limited to Dark Eyes, it's not just limited to A7, it's going to work over every single dominant 7th. So that's the key, is to recognize the chord type that the lick is coming from. So it's a dominant 7th lick, that means you can use it every time you come to a dominant 7th. And then that you do that with every lick. So that's the trick, that's the key, to build this up. And then you start to really see, some improvement where you really kind of, there it is, there's that 7th chord, or, with whatever the lick is representing, you're going to find it in a lot of pieces. So, but, even though it sounds like an easy concept, just start simple, like with everything. Just, for example, use that A7 lick in Sweet Georgia Brown and be comfortable with that. When you go to the D7 of Sweet Georgia Brown, there you have it again. So that one lick, let's say that's a dominant 7th lick, and I'm just thinking of this now, but obviously there's a lot of dominant 7ths at the beginning of Sweet Georgia Brown. So E7, A7, D7. So for the E7, you can do it here. A7, A7, D7, D7, and it goes to G. So this is kind of the concept. I've got a couple of licks books which I've done, which kind of deal with improvising this in this very way. So taking a lick and showing you where you can put it in a lot of songs. So check them out, by the way. They're called Essential Gypsy Jazz Licks Volume 1 and 2. And they really help players, start to piece all this stuff together. Because this music isn't easy, you know what I mean? It's like you just need some simple guidance to sort this out. So to answer Fabian's question, yes, you can transpose any lick and put it into any song, basically. Just understand the principle of what the lick represents. So is it a dominant chord? Is it a minor chord? Is it a major chord? And then recognize that type of chord in another piece, bang the lick in, and you're away. All right. So great question. Thanks for that, Fabian. And with this series, fire away. If you've got anything that's niggling you or anything you think, oh, I think this guy can help me, then I'm your man. Okay. By the way, if you haven't seen the Gypsy Jazz magazine, Gypsy Jazz Guitar Secrets, then you've got to check it out. This is like tons of training, tons of exclusive videos on the luxury of your iPad or your Android, whatever. GypsyJazzSecrets.com. Go and check it out. Anyway, thanks for checking this video out. I hope it helped you out, and I'll talk to you soon. All the best.